Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I'm so thrilled you're here. Tell me, have you ever felt that intense rush of panic or maybe that sudden thrill of greed right before you click the buy button? Trust me, we all have. Today, we're going to walk through a beautiful step-by-step blueprint from the legendary trader Jesse Livermore. It's designed to help you conquer those overwhelming market emotions and find your absolute perfect entry point. Let's dive in.
Here's our little roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the real market game, then direction and right step, followed by walk with the market. We'll wrap things up with the final proof, volume, and finally, why patience is the real victory.
All right, Section 1, the real market game, the inner war of trading.
You know, Jesse Livermore observed a really profound, timeless truth. Standing in the bucket shops of Boston and the great halls of Wall Street, he watched the exact same tragedy unfold, decade after decade. The names change, the instruments change, but the emotions, they stay exactly the same. Fear, greed, hope, and desperation, they all whisper the exact same poison. Buy now or you're going to miss it. Livermore learned the hard way that the most profitable trades aren't taken when you're super excited, but when you have absolute clarity. He realized he needed a system to separate his emotions from his judgment. Because the real battleground of trading, it's entirely inside of us.
Think about it. An amateur trader acts out of pure anticipation and wild emotion, right? They jump in on a whisper just because they're terrified of missing out. But a professional? A professional waits for solid confirmation. They don't try to predict the future with a crystal ball. They prepare for the evidence. Success isn't about outsmarting the chaos of the market. It's all about disciplined, calm preparation.
Moving on to Section 2, Direction and Right Step. This covers Steps 1 and 2 of our amazing blueprint.
So, Step 1 is finding the line of least resistance. I want you to picture the market like a mighty rushing river. If you try to row your little boat upstream, aggressively fighting against that current, well, you might move forward for a tiny bit, but eventually, you're going to exhaust yourself and sink. It's so dangerous. But if you just flow with the natural path the market wants to take, trading becomes significantly easier. Don't argue with the river, my friends. Just flow with it. If the overall trend is up, we only look to buy. It's that simple.
Now, Step 2 is confirmation by action. Please don't be fooled by the very first sudden jump in a stock's price. A simple breakout is never, ever enough. The price actually has to prove its strength to you by holding that new level and continuing to advance. The market loves to test our discipline, so we absolutely must wait for that crucial follow-through before committing our hard-earned capital.
Section 3. Walk with the market. Let's look at Step 3.
This is absolutely crucial. Individual strength rarely survives market weakness. You could spend hours doing research and pick the absolute strongest stock in the entire world. But if the broader market is crashing, it's going to pull your amazing stock down right along with it. It acts like a massive, heavy iron anchor pulling a beautiful ship straight to the bottom of the ocean. Your chosen stock and the overall market must move together in perfect harmony. You always want the macro wind at your back.
So, let's say you see a stock moving up, and the broader market is moving up too. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this a real move, or is it a trap? The market just loves to test our patience, doesn't it? So how can we possibly know the difference before risking our money?
Well, that brings us to Step 4, the test of reaction. The market breathes just like we do. After a big advance, it naturally pauses and pulls back. Think of it kind of like a game of poker. This pullback reveals exactly who is bluffing. If the price drops gently and then recovers and starts advancing again, the move is real. It means the strong hands are holding onto their shares. So always buy the rise that survives its first fall. Let the market prove it isn't bluffing.
Section 4. The final proof, volume. This is Step 5.
Volume is the footprint of intention. Big, professional players, they try to move their money quietly behind the scenes, but they literally cannot hide their footprints in the volume data. If the price goes up and the volume gets heavier, that shows real conviction. It means the big money is stepping in. But if the price is just drifting upward and the volume completely vanishes, oh, watch out. That trend is tired and it's dying.
And finally, Section 5. Patience is the real victory. This is the ultimate discipline.
Having this brilliant 5-step system means absolutely nothing if we lack the discipline to wait for all the signals to align. So how do we actually use this tomorrow morning? Let's keep it super simple. First, never trade on pure emotion. Second, flow with the general market trend. Third, demand that the price confirms its strength first.
Fourth, let the pullback test the market before you risk your money. And finally, always check those volume footprints.
I want to leave you with this powerful thought. Are you truly trading the market, or are you just trading your own fear and greed? Charts are really just reflections of human emotion. Mastering your inner psychology, mastering that little voice that tells you to rush in, is the absolute key to true wealth. Remember, when you master waiting, you truly master trading. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. If you found value in these steps, I would absolutely love it if you'd hit that like button, share this with a fellow trader, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep learning and growing together. See you in the next one.